Previously on Chicken Police.
Right, so, tell me, what's it about?
I'll tell you in the car.
Ooh, can I bring Bertha?
Ah, for the love of... Marty, this is a routine case. You can't bring your shotgun, okay? Tell me, how much do you know, Zip?
That depends. How deep is it?
Bottom of the well kind. Goes down around Ibn Wessler.
Holy hell! Wessler? You've dipped your wings in deep shit, boys.
Midnight had passed, and the intoxicated madness kicked in. We could only crawl along Shalva District's main street toward downtown. The city's heart beat differently. Ancient buildings were defaced by neon signs and billboards, like half-drunk lovers on a fine leather sofa. Great old houses neighbored by garish modern blocks. A place that makes the head hurt. The Tsar's huge neon sign was visible for miles. A blazing red sign advertised tonight's main attraction, the amazing Natasha. Cops were never welcomed at places like this. I hoped we were too late for the show. We had to be inconspicuous, but it was never easy with this bird mountain by my side.
Ah, so this is the famous Tsar Club.
More like infamous, Marty. It's not for our kind, that's for sure. And I don't mean that
Chickens can come in here.
Here.
Oh.
Well, at least we don't have to be afraid that they see you as a detective, Boss Bird.
Very funny, Marty.
So what are we gonna do now?
We're going to rough shit up and get answers.
Remember?
I just forgot my questions.
Into the club. And Marty, please, don't monkey this up.
Excuse me? On behalf of the well-respected and noble primate community of Clawville?
I haven't seen one monkey,
Marty,
and that's incredibly disappointing.
okay?
As you say, Boss Bird.
Lewis?
Hey, that's your old friend, right? Wait, what was his name? Lawrence? Lamar? No, Liam.
Lewis.
Liam.
Yes, it's
Yep.
him.
To be honest, Sonny, I always thought that guy's not all there in the head.
Neither are you.
He's perfectly sane in Clawville, Marty. But if not for this...
Lewis is a treasure, and I will do anything for him.
I'll never forget that.
Should I thank him for that? You're reading my mind, boss. Honestly, I think these types of women only see faceless tuxedos, cufflinks, and wallets. And in the mirror, they're just brooches, necklaces, and earrings.
Don't be so radical, Marty.
They're ghosts.
They're women. They
Ah.
live by different rules.
They play by their own rules.
It's not just bullshit. There's more where that came from.
Ooh, teach me, master.
When you're old and wise like me, you'll realize none of it is worth a damn thing.
Wait, that was deep again, right?
Maybe it was, Marty.
No.
Maybe it was.
No, it wasn't.
Amazing.
Sonny's just a pessimist. Entrance. Bouncer. Fancy car.
Look at that. Isn't that the new...
It is, Marty. A brand new 942 Silver Hawk. Haven't seen such beauty since I left Averia.
Of all that's furry, whose is it?
Maybe it's Ibn Wessler's.
It's mine now. Take it.
No paper tiger.
Get in the cockpit.
He sounds
Cockpit.
like he's running around one of these. Lucky
Yep,
bastard.
it flies now.
Do you remember when the Clawville Chronicle was a really high-quality newspaper?
You mean never?
They wrote something about us daily.
Yeah. What exactly happened to them?
Well, they got bored with us, Marty. And to be honest, so did I.
But still,
I didn't know.
we are working together again. Funny, huh?
Yeah, hilarious.
Who's this guy?
Jeez, look at that guy.
I am.
That's not a guy. That's a demon. Straight from the dog-eared pages of a cheap detective novel.
Yeah.
Speaking of cheap detective novels.
Nah, he's definitely a Bob.
$5 for Bill?
Okay, I'm in.
I'm gonna say it's Buck.
Howdy, pal.
Gentlemen, how can I help you on this wonderful, chilly night?
We're expected in the VIP lounge.
My apologies, but I don't remember ever seeing you gentlemen here before. May I ask?
Stop right there, big guy. I get it. Yeah, I know exactly how this works. So what do you have to do to get in?
Nothing's easier, sir. Are you on the list?
The list? Yeah,
Don't tell me you forgot.
I'm afraid I did, Marty. Sorry, big guy, but I'm pretty sure we're not on the list tonight.
That's a shame.
Aren't we, though?
Sirs,
Isn't she looking for us?
you can't come in.
Yeah, right. Thanks.
My pleasure, gentlemen.
What did I bet his name was? Did I go with Bill? Or did someone else go with Bill?
What can you tell me about the first lady of the place, big guy?
You mean Miss Natasha Katsenko, sir?
You're right on point, pal.
Nothing you don't know already, sir.
Just...
I don't know anything.
Well, she owns the place.
And, that's it? Well, that's, unbelievable.
Pardon, monsieur, but I'm not permitted to say anything more.
Say, big guy, you know Mr. Lewis Hayworth?
But of course, Mr. Hayworth is an impeccable gentleman.
He sure is.
A frequent visitor of the club.
Is
Ooh.
that so? Good to know.
I think we just found our way in.
I'm afraid that is all, monsieur.
Look, I really don't want any trouble, but...
That's a fake badge.
More inconvenient for me, sir, but this place doesn't like coppers. Forgive this slang. I can't let just anybody in, and there are some I am strictly forbidden to. Please, you have to understand.
Listen here, you cow.
Oh!
Any idea who we are? You ever read the papers?
Marty, calm down.
Of course, I know who you are, sir. I read the news and more, and I must admit it's an honor to meet you in person, Mr.
Oh, thank you.
Featherland and Mr. Marty Machikin. The Bell of the Pantheress is one of my favorite books.
Oh my god, not the books again.
Tell him about the books, Marty.
So it would be terribly inconvenient for me if I had to use force on you, gentlemen.
What did you just say?
Relax.
Calm down, Marty.
This guy has chicks
Tell him
lined
about
up
the
for
books.
breakfast. Thanks for the information, pal. Have a nice night.
Thank you for understanding, gentlemen, and forgive me for my austere composition.
No problem, Shakespeare.
Jeez, look.
That's not a guy.
Can I get to know his name?
Thing, this list of yours. Where should we sign up again?
I'm afraid if you don't know, it's not my place to tell you, sir. Excusez-moi, the regulations, you know.
You hear that, Sonny?
I do, Mark.
I want to know his name.
I'm gonna lose my crest from this guy. Just wait.
Just don't get too excited, Marty. Not tonight. Anyway, thanks, pal.
Oh, I guess I'll never know. Lewis, buddy.
My dear friend.
Hi, Lewis. This is my partner. But I'm sure you already know.
You have no idea how happy I am to meet you, Mr. Marty. I'm a big admirer of your work.
Pleasure's all mine, Lawrence.
Lawrence? Anyways, so, the legendary Chicken Police back together?
We sure are.
Amazing news!
Tell the town.
Don't ruffle my feathers, Lewis. Those days are long gone. We're
And
just
they're
here
back for round 2.
or something like that.
I see. Well, that's a shame.
See you inside?
I have something to do, my pal, but I'll try to make it for the main event.
Okay then. Catch you later, pal.
No, I need to get in.
Look, Lewis. That bouncer over there.
Well, yes. He is a bit intimidating, but his manners are impeccable. Am I right?
Yes, indeed.
You are
Seems
correct.
Tonight, we're not on his list.
Oh, I see.
Mm.
Oh, I get it. I get it. You'd like to go in, but he won't let you.
Yeah, something like that.
No, 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 no problem at all. Come with me. I'll talk to him.
Much obliged, pal.
Yeah, thanks, Bunny.
Excuse me.
He is a rabbit.
What the hell's wrong with you, Marty?
There's a
What? Did
difference.
you say something wrong?
Do I just talk to you? No.
Sir, how'd you do?
Everything's fine, Mr. Aworth.
Good. Look, this noble pair of pigeons are my friends. They're on the list.
Pigeons?
okay?
Naturellement, sir.
And as for you, you owe me one, gentlemen.
Thanks, old pal.
It was my pleasure to help you, as always.
I think I owe you two now. Bye, Bob.
The jazz overwhelmed us. There was no band in sight, yet the music seeped from the walls like years of cigarette smoke and the smell of spilt whiskey. Behind the bar, rows of fancy bottles reflected the harmonious voices of pretty dames and the clinking of crystal glass. It was the kind of place that makes you drunk, even if you've never had a sip. A dangerous place for someone like me. No matter how alien I felt, it was strangely like coming home. Welcome to the Tsar. Well, here we are.
Mother of...
I take
Your
you
mother
to
can't
the
save you now.
places, eh, sweetheart?
Oh, does it mean you're buying, honey?
Don't even.
I have less money than you.
Oh, men these days. So, we're here to find a dame called Natasha.
I have a hunch she won't be hard to find. Let's mingle and try to avoid suspicion.
I feel like she might be on stage.
Always.
No, Marty, not like always. This time it's for real.
A
Are you
fine
Natasha?
wolf who sends flowers.
What?
Oh, nothing. I read it somewhere.
Fascinating. I didn't know you could read.
Ha ha ha. Very funny.
I was hoping to have missed the main event.
We are the main event.
Cock, that's why.
So says the little butt jam.
But what? That's not even a word.
It is now.
Now, all because of you. You should feel honored. Butt jam.
You know, Sonny, sometimes you're like an evil little child.
Now think over the world. One snack at a time.
So, where the hell is Natasha?
Let's ask that stud over there with those nice gals.
That guy looks way too horny for my taste.
Oh man, your sense of humor is bad as ever.
You just need to get used to it again.
What?
Well, I'm out of ideas. Let's just start waving this around.
I haven't dusted you off in a while, partner. Looks like I may be needing you now.
You sure do. Bang, 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 bang. Alright. I'm missing something. Oh, right. I can turn around.
Oh, I know this fodder guy. He was kind of good in Death of the Horse.
You've seen every clucking movie.
You know, Laura.
Hey,
and I
someone
go to
has to.
movies a lot. When was the last time you went?
Exactly 12 years ago.
It was 1974.
Remember that precisely? Let me guess. Molly?
Yeah.
She was wearing a red dress.
Kate.
Blue lipstick.
What did you watch?
It looked hideous on her.
Remember,
The type of hideous I fell in love with.
nothing else.
You're a clucking poet. I mean it.
This guy is certainly not a gangster henchman.
Of course he's not.
What if he's not? He's just some normal guy. Oh, Jesus! Don't pigeon jump scare me like that.
Best friend.
That's not a dog, Sonny. That's a horse. He just has a very weird mane.
I didn't mean him, Marty. I meant the bar.
Oh, I see. Right. Yeah, because that totally makes sense.
2 whiskeys.
What's on tap?
And no horsing around.
Boo!
Never heard that one before. Sonny, you gotta drive, you know?
Boo!
Hey, Longface. Give me a glass of tap water, too, okay?
Yes, sir. Coming right up. That wasn't exactly what I meant.
As I recall, you're always bragging about hiding your shotgun in your coat so well, no one can see it.
Sure. Maybe I have it with me now.
Do you? Are we about to start a party?
Well, do you see that bottle, Marty? That's a 28-year-old Golden Eagle whiskey.
Of all the furry gods, you're right.
And they've just left it on the bar. Someone ordered it, got so drunk he forgot all about it. So
we're confiscating it as evidence.
I don't follow.
Well, more like stealing it. But if it's easier for you.
You're twisted, pal. But to be honest, I've no objections.
Hold on, I gotta ask about Natasha.
Have you seen Natasha tonight?
Not yet, sir. But she's coming on soon.
Well, can you tell me anything about Mr. Ibn Wessler?
Sir, I don't want to.
What about?
Okay.
Let's see. $5 maybe?
Ooh, $5.
You haven't even paid for your drinks yet. Yeah, yes.
We got water.
On the details,
Is
baby.
water not free?
Do your job
What
and-
kind of low down place is this?
Not here for work, of course.
Can't even get a fucking glass of water.
Oh, yeah,
Ugh.
exactly. Just a little fun. Of course, gentlemen.
Oh, back.
She has pretty long legs. I mean, pretty and long legs for a squirrel, but I don't want to be prejudiced.
We're not here to stare at pretty squirrels. We're here to investigate.
I never thought I'd hear that sentence in my entire life.
Look, Sonny, I know it's not my place, but Laura's father went to that guy when his, problems had gone too far.
You're treading on thin ice, Marty.
Problems? I'm going to sell this. You know how much money I could get for this?
Station are talking.
At least $2.
All kinds of things. Moses, Plato, Bosco, and the others.
Talking, eh? About what? About why Blood Boil took my badge? About what an untrustworthy alcoholic wreck I am?
Look, I'm sorry, it doesn't matter.
Good.
About how they miss you,
That way.
Sonny.
At least we're cracking.
They're worried about you.
Yeah?
Sure, Marty.
Alright. Who are you?
There's Fillmore.
Who? Oh, yes. Fillmar. Because that's what he calls himself, right?
You know him well?
We had some seriously wild cases together, yes. Mainly in Averia, way before Clawville. Another
He's
place,
the next cop.
another life.
Sounds
Maybe a corrupt cop.
the blurb of some cheap pulp fiction book.
Yeah, it was the exact opposite. But the old bird's worth saying hi to.
Is he though?
Well, well, if it isn't the great detective, Marlowe.
Blow me, Sonny. You know I don't use that name anymore.
Okay, Mr. Dumbass alias Fillmar Lowe.
So says someone who tried to go undercover with a Feather Pillow Mafia is a turkey. Right, Mr. Turk Cayman?
Hey, that was a long time ago. I was young.
Turkeyman.
To my principles and my stupidity. Phil Marlowe, and that's that. Don't rile me up, you old fart.
Okay, fair enough. Sorry, I'm a little clucked tonight.
I know the feeling, pal. By the way, what are you two doing here? You stick out a bit. Are you here for a good old-fashioned beating?
We
Sure are. And I'm giving it.
terrible, like someone who sat on an electric pole.
Don't even ask. I feel exactly like that.
You want a case?
5 feet tall, half of that legs, angelic voice, demonic eyes, just the usual.
Oh boy.
Are we here for the same person?
Something like that. Just don't know the exact numbers yet. A dame named Natasha. She called us here. If I'm not mistaken, the joint is hers.
Yeah, she owns the joint, amongst others. Well, good luck, guys. That broad has a reputation. She's not the kind to toy with, if you know what I mean.
Any useful information?
For free?
Stop clucking around, Fillmore.
You know, I had this really rare bottle of alcohol, but somebody had to drink it.
You wouldn't understand what I have to say about her before then. Don't leave unless you're thrown out, in which case, you know the drill. We don't know each other, I'll deny you in a blink.
Good to see you too, old pal. We'll be back.
We will? Mysterious. Now, where is he? Oh.
That woman with Ibn. I think I know her from somewhere.
Maybe in your...
Is her name Crodia?
Isn't that...
Yes, it is. The great Ibn Wessler, in the flesh. So much for our incognito.
You think he noticed us?
Only...
No, no.
Great.
Let's go talk to him.
Just
Catch up.
nonchalant, my friend.
No, it can't be.
What now?
Is that Olivia?
No, Marty.
Hey, Olivia.
Are you talking to me?
It's me, Marty McChicken.
Oh, God.
What a pleasant surprise. The Rooster Copper's in person.
Hey, it's the chicken police. We paid a lot for that marketing.
Wessler, you could say so. The name's...
Sunny Featherland, of course, of course. Chicken Police. Your partner is, he is,
Marty McChicken, sir. I just introduced myself to your lady companion seconds ago.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't have good memory.
I see you.
Hello, boys.
So, to what do we owe this pleasure, gentlemen?
Yeah, so, we were, just in the neighborhood, and...
Cut the crap, Marty. All right, we're here for your sweetheart, Natasha.
Oh, I see.
No big deal. Just a blackmail thing. You know, horrifying threats written on the wall with blood-red paint. The usual stuff. You must be familiar with this kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, indeed. It's, nasty business. But I didn't know Natasha hired a detective because of this simple matter. But to be honest, I understand. I would have taken matters into my own hands, you see. But I'm kind of busy.
Mr. Wessler had a meeting with Attorney General Hamtaro yesterday, so
Ooh.
he's rather tired. If you would excuse us.
Oh, dear Olivia, it's okay. These gentlemen are just doing their job, right? And if I've heard correctly,
Yeah.
they're notoriously thorough. So,
Kinky?
how can I help you?
Maybe?
We've got a few questions, if you don't mind.
I'm at your service.
Where were you on the night of the 15th?
Nice bunker you got here.
Well, thank you, but it's not mine. Not anymore. But I'm sure you already know that. Listen, detective. If you want to know something, please ask straight, huh?
All right, Mr. Wessler, let's make this a bit more professional.
I'm not as exciting as people tend to believe. I grew up in a poor family of many siblings. I'm the only one still alive, unfortunately.
Convenient.
Career started with a shoe store, and now, here I am.
I wouldn't call that an average life. Shoe store owner to mob boss.
How dare you speak to Mr. Wessler like that?
Leave it, Olivia, dear. It's just provocation.
I'm sorry if I offended you, Mr. Wessler. Shall we talk about something else?
How about Lewis?
Everybody knows Mr. Hayworth. He's an antique piece of furniture in this city, so to speak.
Only a bit worn out.
It's not my
And he's
fault that
still
fortunate.
top of the game.
but the name of his family still rings quite loud in Clawville.
Is that still worth anything?
The name is just their name, of course, but the man behind the name is another matter, Mr. Featherland.
You're a pragmatic rat.
Thank you. Look, detective, if you want to know something, just ask.
I did. Tell me about Natasha.
Has your assistant been working for you long?
Are you talking about me?
Yes, I'm talking about you, ma'am.
Let me answer your question then. I've been in Mr. Wessler's employment for 6 months. Why do you ask?
Oh, just routine questioning, you know. Most of them aren't good for anything. Just killing time.
It sounded rude to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a detective. I live here as a real firecracker.
Just try to act normal.
Yep.
Well, it looks like this unpleasant...
I had to get to the questioning.
Wessler's a tricky guy. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about him, so I have to be cunning. I can't just pin him against a wall. Yet.
How did you feel when you heard about the blackmail?
How did you feel when you heard about the blackmail?
Honestly, I found it ridiculous.
Oh, that face is so cute.
Now I'm kind of interested.
Cool.
But I wouldn't call it blackmail yet. They're just empty threats. There were no demands.
Good point.
Thank you. Are we done?
No, not quite.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Wessler's a tricky guy. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about him. Oh, you already read that. He's tricky and mistrustful. Why didn't you call the police?
You just call the police.
Huh? Why? What would have been the use of that? A few messages aren't enough for a case. You should know that.
Harassment makes for a case. So do threats.
Who were you trying to convince, Sonny? Huh? They would have laughed in
You.
my face. Anyway, you know, the police station. Once I set foot in there, I'm not coming out again.
Your lawyers are too good for that, Ibn.
Yeah, I guess you're right, chicken.
Shit. Okay, he's secretive.
Why would anyone have reason to blackmail your girlfriend?
I don't know, maybe because she's my girlfriend?
You think that's enough?
It's plenty enough.
Good point.
Oh, are you finally getting to a point? Or do you really want to dig around in my private life? Because, people who do that end up in the alley, if you catch my drift.
Very much so, Mr. Wessler. Wessler is tougher than I thought, and he's secretive. It's time to gently beat around the bush.
Quick-tempered. Spend a lot of time here?
Do you spend a lot of your time here?
That's a strange question, you know.
Humor me.
Well, of course I spend a lot of time here. I'm here every time Natasha performs. Sadly, yeah, it's getting rarer.
Is it compatible with your other businesses?
Huh? What? Writing threatening messages and hiding them?
I didn't say that.
You're sly for a foul, Featherland. But this ain't your territory, is it?
It will be.
Mr. Wessler.
How's business going?
Business going well, Mr. Wessler?
Depends on which one.
Real estate, catering, charity, protection, extortion, bribing cops, contraband, the usual.
Funny guy.
How are the casinos?
Fine, thank you. Gambling has always been a good business. Luck is expensive around here.
Damn, if only I knew that. I heard gambling was illegal.
And I've heard you're not on the force at the moment.
Then it seems
But Marty is.
fair fight.
On uneven ground, Mr. Featherland. I'm not sure I'd stand on it for long, if I were you.
That was candid.
I try to be clear.
Okay, I'm literally at the halfway point. I've made no progress. Doing great.
Is everything all right between you and Natasha?
Yeah, you don't beat around the bush, do you? Understand?
I thought I was supposed to be beating around the bush.
Naturally, our relationship is stable and perfect. I'm the setting, she's the gemstone. Yeah, if you know what I mean.
I
You go
rarely
inside
use
her?
Poetry, but I understand exactly what you mean, Mr. Wessler.
So, you have your answer.
No recent friction?
Wouldn't you like to know?
It would make my job easier.
Yeah, it would only lead you astray. So be glad that I tell you no. No friction.
Ibn is quick-tempered, and I can use that to my advantage. I've confounded and softened him with my previous questions. Now it's time to be specific and ruthless.
I could be ruthless.
The mob boss and the pussycat, eh? How did you even meet?
Huh? Are you trying to piss me off, Corpora? So
I sure am.
let some big secret slip out?
I sure am.
A simple answer would work.
You know, Natasha, she's both connoisseur and muse. So, how was it? When was it exactly?
You don't remember? That's strange.
Ah, yeah. The Millions, of course. It was like another lifetime. It happened right here. Only this place was called the Millions back then. She was a dancer. Behind the scenes, I arranged opportunities for her on the big stage. Yeah, maybe she still doesn't know it was me. Then one day, I invited her for a drink with a promise that if she was willing to meet me, I'd buy the place for her.
I guess she was willing.
The next day, she had the club in her name.
Well, that is romantic.
Yeah, there are many kinds of romance, Birdman. There's cheap and there's expensive. You get what you can afford.
Do you two live in the same house?
You live in the same house as Natasha?
Oh, you're really something. Natasha's a free woman, but mostly, yeah, at my place in Goldtown. But she has her own kind of a weekend house.
How often does she use the weekend house?
Yeah, every other weekend. Roughly.
I see. That's very important information.
Yeah, if you say so.
She completely alone?
Is she completely alone when she's there at the weekend?
As I've told you, Natasha's a free woman, eh? She's an adult. She doesn't need an escort. Or, she didn't need one until now.
Are you afraid for her? You know, a big star like her, alone in that house.
I never said a black car doesn't drive by 2 or 3 times a day, but, it's just caution. Huh. I'm not a monster after all, am I?
Nice.
No, you're a mouse. Shit.
So Natasha feels like she's in grave danger, yet she's still going out alone.
Yeah, I know what you're getting at. But I'm 100% sure of her loyalty. She's gone out very rarely since this started, and mostly in my company. Yeah, you know, I'm not sure if you do, but, in our social circles, banquets and dinners are frequent.
Illegal gambling nights.
You got me there. Yeah, you're right. Natasha is crazy about the roulette wheel.
Always putting it all on the red, right?
Yeah, you're a real rotten bastard, Sonny. Although, yeah, always on the red. Yeah, right.
So, can we meet your lady?
I don't see why not. But first, please, listen to her sing. She's on soon.
Well, I did terrible. How did I get decent?
Thank you for your time. We'll be seeing you.
I have no doubt about that, unfortunately.
Hey, we should, grab a coffee or something, Olivia. You know, for old time's sake.
Pleasure to meet you, gentlemen. Goodbye.
Oh.
Please, take a seat. The show's gonna start.
Yeah, I questioned Marty.
That was, unique.
Oh, that is cute. Nobody has ever given me such a unique compliment before.
Forgive me, my name is Santino Featherland.
I thought so. You look more or less like I imagined.
More or less.
Pathetic?
Sometimes less is more, Mr. Featherland.
More pathetic?
You were amazing, dear. As always.
Could you be my little furball and fetch me a cocktail?
But of course.
Ibn will be back soon. We'll have a few minutes to talk. Then he'll end the conversation and throw you both out.
With all due respect, ma'am, we're not that easy to get rid of. Doesn't matter who's trying, believe me.
Yeah. Marty, take out your shotgun.
That's why I'm telling you. I don't.
You can't throw us out if there's nobody left in the building.
My room's upstairs. Meet me there in 20 minutes. Come alone, Sonny. You'd be too conspicuous otherwise.
Hey,
What? No, Marty can be stealthy.
You know, they call him Target Marty at the station.
Because he always hits his targets.
Mr. Featherland.
Sure thing, Natasha. I'll come to your room. 3 knocks, a short pause, then another 3.
I'll be waiting.